Off the Sidelines, and I am your host, Meech. Let me tell y'all, I don't even know, excited is too small a word. I am so happy to be sitting down with my friend, Syerena Orr.
Hey girl. Hey girl. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. When I had the idea for this podcast, I could not wait for us to sit down and talk. Because we have these talks all the time, and the show is all about life-changing conversation. And even though we have a lot of funny, cool conversation, a lot of conversations we have had have shifted me. So I'm so glad to share you with the word.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so tell the people a little bit about what you do.
Hey guys, so I'm Syerena. I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing this now for 4 years. So I do short-term rentals. Right now I have 10 locations, so like 10 Airbnbs. And I'm really looking to do a lot this year, try to expand, try to make more money. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So.
Is it 10 total?
It's 10 now. It's 10 now. Say again?
Even with the ones you're working
on? So including I'm working on one right now, literally right now. But it's 10 if I include that one.
Okay.
So.
10.
Oh
my God, I remember when you remember you bought your first house and you were like, I'm renting out these bedrooms.
Yeah, house hacking. I started out house hacking. I'm so glad I did that because I was broke as hell. So I needed something. I needed a way to basically live not only for free but make a profit.
Yeah.
So live for free but also make a profit. So it was just the best thing to do. I really encourage people to house hack when you're getting started in real estate investing because if you broke, that's the best way to save money. Okay. The biggest expense is rent, rent, mortgage, So save some money, house hack.
You are the queen of live for free.
Living for free? Not anymore. My mortgage bill, goddamn.
Girl, because you bought a
Woo, Lord.
That's different.
That thing expensive, but okay. Woo.
Before that, it was always about how to live off the smallest percentage of income.
Yeah.
I did not understand that. I was like living the flip side of what you were living. So like if you was living off this much, this is how much I was saving.
Yeah.
You were living
So
the opposite. I
started out like the worst I've done is I was probably spending 20% of my income. That's like the worst that I've done for the past 4 or 5 years. So. Unfortunately, now that I bought this condo, I'm at 20% again. But I was at 10%, trying to spend 10% of my income for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing for quite a while.
What's the smallest percentage?
I was at like 5%
I remember that.
of net income, not gross, net. So I was spending like 5% of my income on living expenses. But that was easy if you're house hacking, shitty car, not spending money, fast food. I was getting the box dinners. I was doing the box dinners for years.
Wait.
I actually did that for years.
We gotta unpack this.
Box dinners. $2 a meal.
She was literally making money and buying box dinners. $2 dinner, no more than $2, and eating these every night. I did not know for a minute that the only time she went out is when I invited her.
No, so I refused to go out to eat. I refused to go to restaurants by myself or get anything other than a $5 fast food meal or a $2 box dinner. So I was not for years straight, and I was
God loves you. Look at your shape. Like, how are you?
It's my metabolism. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't working. I'm not in the gym. My metabolism. But I eat like a little child now.
Yeah, like a little.
My appetite got smaller, and my metabolism got a little slower too. But I eat like a little child, so.
I don't eat like a child. I eat like
well, damn.
Well,
damn. Girl.
But no, that speaks to sacrifice. One thing that I really, really admire about you is that what you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want. $2 bills. We're talking about in our 20s when everybody want to go out to eat. Everybody wants to do this and that. This girl will yell at you like, what? She'll tell you do not need to be doing that.
Chill out. Like, I try to tell everybody to chill out, spend less, but nobody want to listen to me. But you did take my advice, on certain things. Oh, damn. Well, on certain things, you took my advice. I'm like, okay. Because I feel like everyone should, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, we should all live below our means, We should spend, it depends on where your life is, but I feel like people should really spend like 30% of the income. But it just takes a while to get there, for a lot of people.
What about with inflation? Where do you live? We live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Rent is high.
Yeah.
Gas is high. Groceries are how?
Yeah.
So where do you live? What do you like? How do you? I guess you said house hack. But
Yeah.
roommate or
Yeah.
roommates?
Yeah. So I really think people are trying to get a nice apartment and they really can't afford it. I think that people should really, it just depends on where your income is at. But if rent is over 50% of what you make or whatever, if it's almost all of what you make and you barely have any money left, you should really be having, living in a room for rent, living with roommates or getting some roommates. You can live on a roof where you can find landlords, I just saw online yesterday, Facebook, you can get like a little room for rent. You can spend $500 a month. That's how I started out. So when I got to Atlanta 10 years ago now, I was in a $400 a month room for rent. So, because I was broke,
Yes.
So you gotta do what you gotta do. And I was doing that for you.
Nobody thinks they're broke.
Nobody thinks they're broke.
No, they don't.
But everybody broke, everybody broke. Nobody thinks, but it's just like, I don't know. If you don't want to be an entrepreneur, then I feel like at least spend maybe 80% of your money and save 20, at least.
Something.
Just because you want to have, you want to have money. You don't know what you're going to want to do in the future. You might want to upgrade your car, go on a vacation. You might want to do whatever, get a house, buy a house. There's certain things that we need to save money for. You don't even know what you might want yet in the future. So I just think people should make sure that they, save money just in case,
Yeah, I feel like most people don't have money saved. Forget a rainy day. Most people just don't have, most people can't afford a $200 emergency. That's the reality, especially our age. And then we live in this social media time where everybody wants to look rich and look fun and look popping, and they're broke. They're broke. What do you say to them?
It stresses me out. It really stresses me out because, God, I just can't stand the vacations, all these vacations that people cannot afford. So people want to have a vacation and they claim that it's cheap. Oh, I only spent $700, so I can't afford it. But it's just like, I think their priorities are effed up. At the end of the day, I think that people should be making sure that they're working on saving, working towards reaching their goals rather than trying to have fun. I really think that having fun is a waste of time until you're at least on your way to your goals or something, or make it financially free.
Yeah.
Maybe then you could celebrate, have a vacation maybe once a year, twice a year, but
Maybe.
not, just
Every
not,
3 months, every month.
but
Vacation stress her out, especially if you're her friend. I love to travel or whatever.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say I have traveled even when I was broke. I don't know how I was doing it. I look back at my early 20s how was I going anywhere? But I was going this place
God.
and having a ball. And I tell Syerena I'm on my way to this place, just got back from this place, and she starts screaming. Why are you you can't afford it? I didn't say it.
But yeah, I'm no, chill out, because I know how your living situation was. I know we were working at the same job,
Right,
so it's just
the cap of what you're making.
I know what you're making. We were working at the same job. I know what you're making. And you doing what now? You going where? Bitch, what the? So it's just,
everybody needs a you.
people are not willing to just sacrifice and be disciplined. So it's just hard. It's just hard for most people. For me, it came naturally, and I don't mind. But for most people, what I, have sacrificed is just too much.
Okay, so what's the biggest thing you've sacrificed? That's my favorite question.
Girl, do y'all have time for that? Okay, so basically, I would say, okay, I'm just gonna have to list them all, because listen, there's a lot. There's a lot. Is there a biggest thing?
Yeah. What's the biggest? One of the biggest. You sacrifice food, obviously, because you eat those 2
I would say my living situation, I really did hate living with so I had to live with my tenants, house hacking, I really hated that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to live with them. It was just uncomfortable for me. I didn't want to use the kitchen because they're always in the kitchen. I felt uncomfortable with the whole situation. I don't want to live with strangers, especially my tenants who owe me money. So it's just kind of I was very uncomfortable. That was probably the top thing, but I'm so glad I did that, even still, just because I saved so much money. I saved so much money. I was making a few grand a month in profit off of that house that I was, living in. So I definitely am so glad I made that decision, but that was terrible. And then, girl, can I just list them all? Go ahead. Okay. Because they're all so, okay, I really did not have a social life, you know? So I really could not hang out with my friends. I told my friends no so often, like, oh, hey, girl, can you come out with me? No, because I've already been out once this month, and that was it. Because I remember I had one time a month that I think I would allow myself to go out.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, girl, sorry.
I feel like I'm having too much fun, so I'm gonna say no.
Let me settle down. Couldn't eat out, couldn't have any good food. I didn't go on a single date for 5 years.
That's true.
Because I felt like dating was a waste of my time because I needed to be out here working and making money, and getting to know people was too much time investing in all that. And then I had my first vacation when I was 29. So
yeah.
I had no vacation my entire life, never like traveled, never went anywhere, never, had a fun weekend anywhere. It was always work.
Yes.
But I really am glad I made those decisions.
It paid off.
Yeah, really.
The
So
S in Syerena stands for sacrifice. Okay, so.
I like that. That's cute. I'm gonna start saying that.
It does, but it paid off so much. So you say your social life. I find that's a recurring theme whenever I ask anybody that question. The answer has always been social life.
Yeah, yep. You can't.
You don't regret it?
I don't regret it at all, because it's just like, your friends will be there. Your true friends will be there in the end. They'll understand. They're not gonna get pissed off that you're, having to ditch them again just to try to make some money. Because at the end of the day, my career is very important to me, so I have to, sacrifice going out. And I feel like a lot of my friends, I didn't have anyone who was, not understanding of that. Yeah. I feel like everyone was, pretty much understanding of that, so.
Yeah, I was one of those friends. You would tell me like, yeah, I'm not coming, but keep inviting me so I can keep
inviting me, and I'll decline, but please invite me. I want to
feel included. Invite me so I can say no.
Please invite me.
She told me that for years, and I'll be like, okay. Like, I call her up, like, Syerena, we're doing this. She's like, no, I have to work, and I'm knowing she's gonna say no, and
I want to at least be invited. I want to feel included.
And I did that, friend. I'll make sure I invited you.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so let's get into this. What was the first thing you invested in?
Oh, okay. So, I guess the house that I purchased. So,
okay.
So yeah. So
your first house.
The first house.
Yeah.
The first house that I purchased, I invested in that. So down payment, the purchase, and then I had to, purchase some furniture for each of the rooms, which I could not afford. I was really broke when I started.
I remember this.
I was extremely broke. So I could only furnish some rooms at a time. I can only do so much at a time. So
you rented them out.
I rented them out, yeah. So some of them were empty, but some of them I fully furnished with the money that I had. But it was really tight.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember we were like getting the down payment. I remember all this. What led you to Airbnb? Like, why did you choose Airbnb?
Oh, good question. Okay, so basically, since I was already doing the room for rent thing, I just found out about it from my grandmother. She told me about it. I'm like, what the hell is that? And
Your grandma told you about it?
My grandma told me about it. She was like, you should do Airbnb. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, I heard of that, but I don't know what it is. And so I looked it up. I downloaded the app the same day. I got a booking the same day in a room for rent.
See, Granny know.
Yeah, she knew. A room for rent booking. So I'm like, oh shit, this is good.
This is good.
So after that, I just kept going. I was doing room for rent bookings, and then because you can do rooms for rent or you can do the entire home bookings. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'll make a lot more money if I do the entire homes. So now I do the entire homes, and yeah.
So I was gonna ask you what's your greatest sacrifice, but we know that. So if you could go back, what's one thing you would have avoided? Like, what would have saved you a little time? Like, if you could go back, knowing what you know now.
I don't know. So like, I really feel like the decisions I made at the time that I made them were the right decisions for what position I was in.
Yeah.
So I feel like I made really good decisions in my past. So I feel like I don't regret my decisions, but I feel like I could have started sooner. I feel like everybody wishes they could start sooner.
Yeah.
Everybody wishes, man, I wish I knew about this when I was 18. I can get out there immediately. I didn't start until I was 24. I purchased the house when I was 24. So I just wish I could start sooner. But my decisions that I made, I feel like I made really good decisions as an adult. So I really don't regret what I did. But yeah, just starting sooner. Okay. I wish I knew.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how Airbnb has like served you, like.
It's a really rewarding career. It's so easy. I think that's the best part. It's just so easy to get started. You need 0 brain cells to get started. You know, just
not 0 brains.
you don't need any. It's really easy to start. I feel like the top thing that gets in the way is money. You know, investing, having that money to invest. But if you have the money, you do have to have some intellect because you're gonna run into problems if you don't make the right decisions. You know, so you have to get the right property. You have to do your research. A lot of people don't do their research. And they just go out there and get the first thing, whatever. But I would say it's been very easy. There's challenges, there's drama. You have to sort out problems, but once you find solutions for those problems, I have a protocol for everything now.
Yes.
And it makes my life a lot easier. So if a guest complains about something, I know I have property managers that I've hired and trained, and they know exactly what to do. I have a manual. So I feel like as long as you have a protocol for every single thing that goes wrong, you can just nip it in the bud and, get it solved and make them happy. So, but yeah, I feel like it's a great career to be in. It's just easy. And it's easy to expand. It's easy
to scale.
To scale, it's easy to scale.
So like, okay, let's say you're talking to me. I'm trying to start out Airbnb. What's like the top 2 things I need to know to get started? Outside of doing my research, like what do I need to know to get started? What do I need to do?
Outside of doing research.
Yeah. I've done my research. I picked a good home in the market. Kind of know what everything over here is going for. What do I need to do next?
Okay, so I would say the smartest thing to do is use business credit. So I would create an LLC, try to obtain some business credit. You don't have to have, your business does not have to be making money to get certain credit cards. So I would say leverage credit when you're getting started. It just makes it a lot easier to get ahead and be able to start saving that income. And then leverage after that, I don't know. I feel like being smart about the location, does that count as research?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah,
so like just knowing the regulations for each city and making sure that you're making the right choice, because you can't, do this in every city. They are cracking down, on this in a lot of cities. So just making sure that you have your T's crossed and you've done your research. Well, that's doing research.
But still,
girl,
the jurisdiction though, like you what you can do.
So just making sure that you're doing everything right, because you don't want to. For Jesus Christ, do not try to do an apartment that doesn't allow sublease or doesn't allow this, because that's what a lot of people do when they want to get their first one doing that, and then that really bites them in the ass later, because it takes the apartment complex like 5 seconds to figure out. Oh, okay. This what y'all do. Okay. Yeah, eviction. It doesn't take. So it's just like, do it right. Don't try to sneak around.
Corners.
Yeah, don't try to cut corners, and just making sure you're just allowed to do it and wherever you're trying to do it at.
Yeah. That's one thing. You've always been very upfront about what you're doing. And I see a lot of people who are new to Airbnb, they try to cut corners. They think they can get around
They always think get away with it. Every time. I'm like, and then they surprise. They surprise every time. You think so surprised. Oh, I got. They're looking for you. They're looking because they know. They're ready. They're waiting. They're searching on these platforms. It doesn't take long
for them to find.
And you don't have to tell them a thing. Your neighbor might complain. Someone's gonna figure it out.
One of your guests will say something. Something.
Exactly. When your guests, you can tell your guests 20,000 times. Do not talk to the front desk.
Don't go to the front desk.
Do not talk to the concierge.
I'm here for Airbnb.
Hey, I'm looking for my Airbnb. I'm like, God. So I've seen it happen to so many people. I'm proud to say I've never tried that. Okay.
Yeah, I've never done an apartment.
I don't do that.
No, you do big homes.
I do big homes.
I do beautiful
big
property.
I do the big homes, but they're expensive. That's the thing. They're so expensive to get started.
Yeah.
But it's rewarding because you make as much profit as you can. It's a lot more fulfilling, I guess, profit-wise than doing an apartment or whatever. And then a lot of these apartment complexes don't allow it, so it's really hard to even find one that allows it. I think only a few.
Even to let you,
allow it. So it's just hard to find them. So.
Okay. So what should us young people, because you are one of us young people, what should we be doing with our money? Well, you said we should be saving.
Saving. So living below your means, please.
Like
Lord.
right here.
Oh my God. So
20%. Ooh.
Okay, 20% is, I would say that's for an investor. If you're an investor, you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta go really low because you really want to invest most of your money.
Yeah.
And reinvest it, you know. Leveraging credit is also great, but you can only get approved for so much before you run out and you've already tried all your avenue, and you know, you need cash for certain things at the end of the day. Like for example, a down payment on a home, you cannot use credit, you cannot use a loan. You're literally not allowed to do that. So you have to have cash for certain things. If you wanted to purchase a house, or if you wanted to rent a house, you need cash for the, you know, security deposit and the rent payment. So it's just like, you gotta have some money saved, but you really gotta live below your means. Like, get a cheap place to live, get a shitty car, just sacrifice. Be willing to sacrifice.
Eat nothing.
Eat trash. Just be willing to sacrifice for a while, and yeah, live below your means. That's the thing. Don't try to turn up so quickly. Like, have a lot of money, make a lot of money before you start actually enjoying your money. So this is last year was the first time I enjoyed my money because I took a vacation. That was the only thing I did with my money. That was besides just living, you know? Yeah. And then this year I purchased a condo. That was my first purchase. It took me 4 years though in the business to finally start spending money.
You were so disciplined though.
Yeah.
You were so disciplined because to see that money in your account, you got money coming in. Now it's flowing. And you're still like, I'm gonna spend $2 on dinner. I'm not gonna get my nails done. I'm gonna do my own hair.
It looks so pretty in the bank account. You just wanna look at it. You don't wanna spend the money.
Don't touch it.
Look at it like, oh, I feel so safe. I just feel so safe. I'm like, oh, I can do so much that I'm not gonna do it. That I'm not gonna do. I can do something. I could buy luxury clothes. I can get my hair done every week. I can do all this, but I'm not doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So
you built up this muscle though of discipline. Like you built up this discipline muscle because even though you have the money, you know what I'm saying, you don't have anything to prove. What I figured out from having a lot of rich friends is that money has nothing to prove, but broke does. Broke be real loud.
The first ones to buy designer. I'm like, why are you buying designer? Like, what?
Broke is so loud. Real money has nothing to prove, so it doesn't have to impress you. It doesn't have to have all these things that you think money has to have. Yeah.
Like honestly, I want to literally net $1 million a year before I buy a single designer item. I don't have anything designer. We talked about this.
Yeah, about designer.
I have nothing design. I want to, you know, make a lot of money before I actually, you know, start really splurging.
I can think of friends or people that I know who have a lot of designer and nothing else. You know, I don't have any designer. I mean, my perfumes are designer.
Yeah, my perfume.
So I'll smell like a $1,000,000.
I'll smell nice, but.
And I love to dress. We talked about this. I love clothes. I love fashion. I have a lot of clothes. None of them are designer. I'm okay with that. I had some boots on the other day, and one of my friends. He's like, are those Prada? I'm like, no, baby.
Somebody asked me, it looked like red bottoms and they were red at the bottom. Well, okay. Yeah. And then somebody asked me, oh, you got the red bottom. I'm like, hell no, these cost $35 online. $35, no.
But it's the willingness to sacrifice that. I'm okay. I guess I don't really care what people think. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, people want to have this, so you think this of them. So you know what I mean? So if I have this bag, you think I'm this.
Yeah.
If I have this, you think I'm this. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
So I just think I look good today. You know, whatever that cost me is cool.
Yeah.
But a lot of people our age are obsessed. It's like a culture. It's like the thing to look a certain way.
Yeah.
The bags, the cars, the jewelry, the vacations. You know, just the nights out all the time.
Yeah. People just want to show what they have, but it's just like, at the end of the day, you know how much money you're making. So that's what gives you, you know, your real peace of mind at the end of the day. So that's how I feel when I get out of my shitty car. I'm like, damn, this car is trash, but at least I know how much money I'm making.
I got some money.
At least I know, okay, I'm not broke. I look broke, but I'm not broke. So
Yeah, but that kind of deciphers through too, people who you don't even want around, because people who are just around you for the things you have, the labels, the cars, they miss out on the real meat. Because I realized that my friends with the most money don't have the best cars. I used to have a luxury car before somebody totaled it in Atlanta. You can't keep a nice car here, boy.
That was terrible.
Somebody totaled my luxury car, but I put up to work one day. And I realized that I had a better car than my millionaire boss. And I said, this is a problem.
Oh, no.
They're a millionaire.
No.
I'm a thousandaire. Why is my car better than like that says a lot. I think I need to like downgrade this car.
Downgrade.
I think that's what that
I beg
crash
you to
was.
downgrade.
You kept begging me.
I beg
It's
you,
like,
please downgrade, please.
I was like, on your top list,
Please
get rid
downgrade.
of the car.
It was so expensive.
Get rid of the
It was
car.
so
Are you
expensive.
crazy?
Wasn't it $700 a month?
No, it was like, I mean, with insurance and stuff, maybe with insurance it was like 7. Because insurance was high because my apartment, I'm pulling this nice car up to an apartment. That don't make sense either. See, it's a lot of things.
See?
That don't make sense.
Purchase first. That's what I did. Like, purchase a nice place and then
you
upgrade
get
your
the car.
later.
Yeah, like, how you gonna pull this nice car up to this apartment? You bring this apartment, this raggedy apartment, they out here shooting.
You hear gunshots every night, and you got this nice
car parked outside that you got to pay more for insurance than a car note.
And it's not an asset; it's a liability.
It's not.
So
it's literally not. But those are
get a
the
liability
things.
or get an asset first.
We don't really know, especially like us as like young black people. We don't really understand finances. We don't understand what's important first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, priorities reflect it. But I feel like our generation is, more caught up than the previous one.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're moving different from our parents. We're learning, we're doing things differently. So
yeah, we're unlearning some things.
We're unlearning.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. We have to unlearn.
Even in things we say, like, it's small little things, like, like I'm broke. Please stop calling that over your life.
I still say that.
You still say that, but you be lying.
Because I feel
it
feels good to say it because it makes me humble. Which I'm really not, but it makes me feel humble. It makes me feel humble. Oh, I'm broke. I feel like, okay, I still have a lot. I'm broke compared to people out there. There's people younger than me that get so much more than me.
More money than you.
So I'm really not doing shit. At the end of the day, I have to keep reminding myself, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, money is just perspective because it's like what room you in. Being rich or having a lot of money, it just depends on the room you in. Because you in one room, you might have the most money.
That's true.
But then you go in another room and now you're the small fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Money is objective. That's the word. I guess maybe that's the word. But it just depends on the room you in. So I guess saying I'm broke is not so bad.
No, it feels like it motivates me.
Yeah.
Saying it motivates me to go harder. I'm like,
I feel like I'm making a declaration over my life, so I try not to say it. Like when I say I'm broke, I feel like everything starts to break down. What? Things stop working. No, seriously, like things stop working, money stops flowing. I feel like it's more of like I speak things like an affirmation. Like what I say is very powerful. Mm-hmm. Like I always get like these small little weird confirmations. So I try not to say I'm broke or money is burning a hole in my pocket or I don't know where I'm gonna get this. Like I try not to say things like that because it's just like me speaking over my own life. I have to like change my language. Yeah. Because I heard a lot of that growing up,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard a lot of that growing up. Like, never heard anybody say, like, this money burned a hole in my pocket, so, like, they got to spend the money.
Oh, Lord.
It's, like, things like that, so, like...
I don't know how that feels, honestly. I don't know how that feels.
You don't know how it feels?
It's much more rewarding to just look at your bank account and be like,
oh, it's there. Yeah, it depends on the mindset, though.
Yeah.
And how you view money. Who inspires you?
Oh, that's a good question. So there's a few people on Instagram that I really look up to who are, real estate investors, and they're just doing big things right now. There's this lady, Alexis. The other lady, I forgot her name. Okay, there's a few. There's a few black women on Instagram. I really, I guess, love it when it's black women just because there's representation there. I feel like I connect with them. So black women who are millionaires doing it, right? They're in their 40s, they're grinding, they have, so many assets. They started around my age, and it's very inspiring because it makes me feel like I, can be where they are one day. So it's just like if I keep working hard, I can, get to their level one day. So like there's a few people who I look up to. And my mom, I feel like she really did put my mind, unintentionally, I feel like she gave me my mindset, you know what I mean? Like, as far as pursuing entrepreneurship. Yeah. So, because basically when I was young, she used to own 2 daycare centers. Mm-hmm. And so I was there, helping her out. When I was a kid, I would go shopping with her when she would get all this food for the daycare and all that. And that was really inspiring. So I feel like she was my first, role model, just because I, had someone to show me the ropes, I guess, on how to, how she does her day to day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is what entrepreneurship looks like.
Yeah.
When did you have your first taste? Was that your first taste? Your mom?
That was my first taste. It was my mom. I think she opened it when I was only 8 or 7. I was very young when she opened the daycare. But it's not only that. So basically, she showed. I remember she loves to tell this story, but like she was shopping, and she showed me the candy in the store in like Sam's Club while she was shopping for her daycare center. She was like, "Hey, Syerena." I was 12. She was like, "Hey, Syerena, let me teach you what profit is." So she kind of taught me, okay, you sell it this much and it costs this much, whatever. And I was like, oh my God. My mom was blown. Like, and she loves to tell me that story because she said my mom was blown. I was just in shock. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, profit. So I started selling candy in school. That was my first time getting a taste. I started selling candy in school after that.
For yourself or for the school?
Oh, hell no, for myself. For myself. Oh, hell no. So I started selling candy in school. She bought me some candy my first time, and then I started buying my own. I started buying my own stuff after she had to like kind of get me started.
She fronted you.
Yeah, huh?
She fronted you.
Yeah. She fronted me the candy. So I started selling candy at 12, and then I kept doing that until like junior year in high school. I was doing it for years.
What were you doing with the money?
Girl, I was saving it.
Oh my God, you came out the womb.
I've always been a saver from day one. I've always been a saver. So I was saving it, but eventually I would purchase it. I would just purchase some Barbies with it. I'll purchase some clothes, some stuff like that.
But you were saving.
I was saving that money until I had enough to actually purchase something. But yeah, I did that for years. I was selling candy for years. So it was my first time.
That was your first little business.
Yeah, it was my first little business, selling candy.
Like she funded it.
Yeah, she helped me out. Yeah, she taught me what it was and taught me what profit was.
Would you do the same thing for your kids if you have kids?
Of course. Yeah. Oh, of course. I would hope to God that they're entrepreneurs, but I can't
make them.
I can't force them. So it's about what they want to do at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm gonna support whatever they want to do, as long as it's like respectable. I was support anything they want to do.
Only if it's respectable.
Well, I'm not gonna be proud of everything now. Come on, they want to be a prostitute. I'm like, I don't know about that. But yeah, like I would support anything they want to do, but I would encourage them and I would teach them, and I would bring them along with me. I would force them to work for me. Yeah. Like as soon as they become a preteen. Now maybe before that, y'all gonna have to show. I'm gonna show y'all how it's going, just because they need to stay humble. Like, they need to
work, even though our life is nice.
Yeah.
We need to see what happens to support this. Exposure is like everything.
Yeah, they need to understand, how hard it is to really make the money mommy makes or whatever. So they just need to. I just want to start them really young, and I'm not gonna really give them much,
What?
I'm not gonna give them I'm not gonna give them everything they want.
I will.
I'm not gonna, girl. What the?
Don't give them. I'm gonna come.
Girl, you ain't gonna be the auntie, girl. I'm not about to spoil them rotten. I'm really like they're gonna get some things they want, but not everything. If they want something designer, I'm not buying them nothing design. I'm not buying them nothing really. Like they just need to stay. They need to have the right mindset. I just don't want to raise a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
Because they'll be entitled. And then when they leave my house, they're just gonna think, okay, everything's gonna go my way, everything's gonna
be given to me.
Give it to me and hand it to me, and that's just not the case. So I want to present them with the real world. Hey, you need to work, and you don't get everything you want. And so I'm gonna show you how. Like, you're not gonna get everything you want. I'm not gonna raise a spoiled, entitled brat at the end of the day. So they're not gonna get everything they want. I don't care how much money I have. I don't care.
It's so hard to teeter that line though, because you put them, especially if you're successful, you put your kids around other rich kids and then deprive them. It's like, why did you bring us here to look crusty?
Not to deprive all the, just at the fullest, but just, not everything.
Every single thing.
Not everything they want. And their first car is not going to be a nice car. Like, I'm not about to get them, a nice car at 16 or whatever. They're about to get a Honda.
Just
like,
be happy that it moves.
Yeah, just be, I might do it anyway. But okay, for now they're getting a Honda.
No.
For now they're getting a Honda. Yeah, for now they're getting a Honda. Like, no.
Okay, so what's next for you?
Oh, okay. This year?
Let's just go this year. Them goals are big.
The guys, it's gonna take me. Okay. So for this year, I have a lot I want to do. I'm actually already overwhelmed because I have too much that I'm trying to do.
Of course.
So I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to do is I want to create a short-term rental property management company. That's a mouthful. So first I have to name it and figure out my price points. And
So wait, what does that look like? What is that?
So I'll just be managing other people's, short-term rental. So like, I'll be managing other people's Airbnb. So well, not me, but I have three property managers now. So that I hired and trained, and they're going to be just taking on other people's properties. I'll charge whatever I might charge. I think I'm going to charge 15%.
Yeah.
That's what I think I want to do, maybe 20. And then they'll just be managing. So I'll be paying my property manager. I pay them a flat, fee every single month, and they'll just be taking on other people's properties, and I'll be making whatever.
Making the team bigger. So
yeah, without having to invest my actual money.
All the protocols, all the things you face, you would run their properties under your protocols that you've already
under my protocols. Yes. If they wanted me to change some things up, I might consider it, but they're gonna be under my protocols. At the end of the day, I've been doing this for years, So I feel like I do things in which I can make the most, profit or whatever, and make guests happy. So I feel like, I'm gonna be pursuing that. So I just want to, I need to advertise. I need to create a website. I have a lot of work to do with that, The advertisement is probably going to be the hardest part because I've never done that before, so I'm going to need help with marketing. I'm going to need help with marketing. So I need help with that, but so that's the first thing. Then the second thing I want to do is I want to obviously have my course. Yeah. That people keep asking me out. I want to
come on and teach people how to get into Airbnb and make a fortune.
Yes.
I don't know if we mentioned that she's made a fortune. Like, teach people how to do it. You started with just house hacking.
House hacking. So I want to basically just create a course, but like a very detailed course that really gets into the problems that you have with this business. A lot of courses that I've seen, they're teaching you what's on YouTube, so you can get that information for free. So I'm just gonna really talk about the problems that occur and how to solve them, and how to expand, how to hire cleaners, how to hire property managers. I'm probably gonna release my what is that called? My manual. So I have a 60-page manual that I gave the property managers, and I'm probably gonna just give that away to all my maybe some contracts and maybe not, but definitely the manual, that 60-page manual, and you'll be able to just give property manager that. They'll be able to run with that and be cool. So that is something I want to do. It's probably going to be $2,000, but it's going to be so many hours of content, so many hours of content.
What people don't realize is that her business is mostly remote, because now you have the
business. It's completely remote. It's remote. So I haven't seen some of my properties in like almost a year. Like one of them I haven't seen like almost a year. Yeah. I have record of how it looks and how the exterior looks from my cameras and from photos of my cleaners, and I have inspections done on a regular basis, and then I have, handymen there when things go array and all that. So I basically I'm 100%, I've been remote for a minute now.
Yeah, so business is running itself.
It's running itself.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, because
to get it to where it runs itself.
Because it's a lot of work. It's really a lot of work. And people don't realize that. And so people try to do this when they have a full-time job. And I would never recommend. So it's just like you have to have a management company or help with it, just because if you have a job, there's going to be, guests messaging you. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to clean it, during your work hours probably. They're going to conflict with your work hours. There's just like, it's a lot easier if you have a management company or at least someone helping you. Maybe your mother. I've seen a lot of people get their mother to help, siblings to help them out when they're at work or whatever, but you need to have a system down. So if you have, a management company, it's a really good idea. Yeah. But yeah, course coming out. So it's gonna be later than I thought. It was supposed to be last year, December, but now it's looking like the summer of this year, because I have to do a few things first that I have to prioritize before that. And then towards the end of this year, I want to purchase my first multifamily. So
yes, that's been the goal the whole time.
Yeah, so I really never wanted to do the single family homes. I wanted to produce multifamily this whole time, but I have to start somewhere, you know, and I need to produce a lot of income so that I can afford that down payment for that multifamily. So, but basically I want a 6 to 8 unit, and I want to create boutique hotels, little boutique hotels.
And each
So.
one.
Yeah, so like just basically, you know, doing short-term rentals in each one, but like a hotel style, but not really, because there'll be a self-check-in.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna have that, you know, lobbying area and all of that jazz. I'm gonna make it very beautiful though.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have, you know, like it's gonna be themes going on in each room. It's gonna be very nice. So I feel like I'm gonna put a lot of money into the interior design aspect of it, just to get a lot of attention online, and I want to have a lot of direct bookings. I want to have a lot more of those. So that's another goal for this year. I gotta get some direct bookings. I gotta create a website and get some direct bookings coming in.
Yeah.
But especially when I have the boutique hotels, because I want to make sure that I'm getting that money directly. You know, Airbnb does take money out of just 3%, but you know, Vrbo does the same thing. They take, I think, 8%. They take even more. So if you have direct booking, you know, save a lot of money. I'll probably be adding that to the course once I master that myself, and then I can add that to the course. But
yeah. But creating your own platform so you can book directly.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So a website and all that, and I'm excited about that. But that's it for this year. It's a lot. I'm stressed out because that's a lot of work. I just know I'm gonna be very busy.
Yeah.
I really want to, but these vacations will help me out.
In between.
I need some vacations in between.
So, okay, we got what's next. I can't wait to help with that, first of all. I can't wait to help.
The marketing?
You know I want to market it, yes.
Yes.
You know I want to market it, because I've seen the vision for that. I remember, like, being in you and Darius's ear, like, y'all need a course, y'all need a course. You know, like, so long ago, so it's so
Yeah, he needs a course. He been needed a course.
Yes, I mean, both of you, though. Look, you're talking.
He been needed a course.
Yes.
I'm like,
all our friends need a course.
oh yeah, we all have a lot we can teach for sure.
Yes.
Especially years and years into it, and we're making good money, you know.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
You can teach.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was I gonna say? Course, this. Where can we find you?
Oh, Instagram. I don't use Facebook, so just Instagram. I don't use Facebook.
Facebook is kind of for the aunties. Those are people you really know and that are really close to you.
People would need to stop looking me up on Facebook because I don't have my photos updated. But anyway, so Instagram at Syerena Orr, so SYERENA ORR at Syerena Orr.
We'll tag it down below.
Yay!
Yeah, that's it. Just Instagram.
Just Instagram. That's all I really use. I don't use Twitter. I don't use any of these other apps. Really.
You use Twitter?
I don't use Twitter. I haven't tweeted in no, I did tweet something, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But I ain't gonna talk about. But besides that, I haven't tweeted in 10 years or something like that. Something crazy. I haven't tweeted. I don't tweet.
Twitter. What? You probably don't have the right followers, because Twitter now, if you don't have the right followers, you're not following the right people. It's a ghost town.
Oh
You don't know where to find these people. It's like Black Twitter. You don't know where to find Black Twitter. When you stumble upon it, you're there.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is nice.
I want to start tweeting because I have a lot to say. I'm so opinionated.
I know.
But it could also get me in trouble.
No, it's okay. It won't. It's fine.
It could get me in
Tell
trouble.
them where to find you.
Yeah.
I suggest you come to the Twitter side.
I'm going to come to Twitter eventually. I have a lot to say.
Okay, so you can find her at Syerena Orr, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. I appreciate you being here so much.
I'm happy to be here.
You inspire me so very much. You make me so proud. I love bragging about you. I love telling your story. So I'm so glad you got to come here and tell your own story.
Thank you,
I'm so glad, guys. Please hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. Come back. We're here each and every Monday. Follow me on Instagram at The Meech Show. And we'll see you next time.